There is a mountain forgotten by most, untouched by the wires of man, where the stars fall closer at night and time slows to the rhythm of breath. No roads lead there. No machines can climb its roots. Only silence knows the way. It is said that beneath this mountain sleeps a voice older than creation, a voice not made of sound, but of memory, of presence, of stillness. The elders once called it the eye of God, for when one listens without ears and sees without eyes, one finds it. This is the story of a woman and a child who walked toward that silence when the world had forgotten how to hear. She came barefoot with swollen feet and a belly full of life wrapped in a threadbare shawl, her breath short but steady, her eyes dark as soil after rain. No name followed her. She had buried it long ago beneath ruins and smoke. In her arms, she carried a child, not yet too silent since the day they fled, watching everything, saying nothing. They had crossed riverbeds of ash fields where nothing grew, and roads where the wind carried echoes of machines and prayers and grief. She did not ask where they were going. She only knew they must go where no one else would. Toward the mountain. Each night, they slept beside roots twisted like old hands, and each night she dreamed of eyes. Not eyes of men, but wider, deeper eyes that held her without question, without judgment, just presence. The child never spoke, but often looked upward, as if he saw something in the night others could not. On the seventh day, they reached the edge of the mist where the trees grew older, and the silence turned full, as if even the birds held their breath. The mountain loomed above, not high in might, but deep in meaning, its slope soft, covered in moss, its base wide like an open palm. The woman stopped, sank to her knees, and wept without sound, not from pain, but from knowing that this place knew her. They found the stone that night, the one carved by stillness, warm despite the cold air, smooth as breath. She sat beside it, the child in her lap, and for the first time since they fled, she sang. Not a song of words, but a hum, a sound from before language, before sorrow. And the mountain listened. It began with a single vibration, not heard, but felt like a memory rising through the bones. Then, a pulse, like a heartbeat, but older, deeper. The child raised his head, his eyes wide, not with fear, but remembrance. He reached out and placed his small hand on the stone, and the stone answered. The air thickened, the mist glowed faintly, and from deep beneath rose a whisper. Not from the stone, but from everything. It did not speak in syllables, but in knowing, in light, in warmth. It wrapped around them, entered through breath, through skin, through silence. And suddenly she remembered. Not as memories, but as feeling, as vision without sight. She remembered other women walking this same path in times before time, carrying life through ruin, guided by the same hum. She saw fire, water, deserts, ice, and through all of them, a thread woven by the unborn and the almost forgotten. The child was now glowing, not in light, but in stillness, like a pond unshaken by wind. His eyes shone, his voice returned. He whispered just once, "She sees." The woman's heart stilled, not in fear, but in peace. She saw, what he had always seen. The mountain was not a mountain. It was a memory, a breath, a womb of the earth. And she was not alone, never had been. All the footsteps before her, all the tears in the soil had led her here. To remember, to carry, to become. The whisper grew until it filled the night, but no one else heard it, for it did not move through air, but through spirit. And the voice said, "You are the eye, and the eye is open." She placed her hand over her belly. The child within moved not in fear, but in response, as if stirred by the memory of a promise once made. She no longer needed to know where to go. The path was not ahead, but within. The next morning, the mountain was gone, at least to those who did not see. But for her and the child by her side, and the child within the mountain, had become the world. Every stone, every leaf, every cry now hummed with that same voice. The eye of God had opened not in the sky, but in her, and it would never close again.